TV this year, and Donald Trump's show, The Apprentice, came on, and there you were, Lou, with the suit on and doing the boardroom stuff. When we talk about pressure, how much pressure was that performing on that show?
Well, there was a lot of pressure on this show because it's not about doing the task, it was the boardroom. Because the difficult part is that someone had to be fired. Now, when I first began the show, everyone had the impression, you know, bodybuilder, no brain or born. I changed that concept because of the discipline we have and the motivation we do in our life. I applied that. So at least in the boardroom, I was honored because, you know, you're honored because you're dealing with 17, 18 egos. And it's tough. It's a tough thing I've done. It's not like competition when you're on stage, the best man wins. You're dealing with people that basically want to just throw you under the bus. So being myself, being very honored, they were very intimidated because I was like a flip switch because in the boardroom I decided to be like a soldier because I was honored. Because interesting, when you watch the show, it's amazing afterwards how many people, how many negativity you hear about what they say about each other. I've never done that. I was honored in the boardroom. Now, Donald Trump has the ability to see you and see your weakness. And you can't pull a wool blanket over him. So basically, it's a challenge for me because I was the only athlete to make it to 9 show and able to show also as a bodybuilder, the sport, that we're not dumb people. We're very educated, very efficient people, and especially business people as well. So it was one of the best challenges of my life.
Well, Lou, it was definitely entertaining watching you work your magic on that show, but I've always had a question I wanted to ask you, Lou. If, you know, we all sit home on the weekends flipping the channels and all that kind of stuff, and you know, it's tradition. If you're from a bodybuilding background, you see a bodybuilding film on you, you always got to watch the rest of it. If you're home on a given Saturday afternoon, you're flipping channels, you come across one of your own movies, do you watch it?
Of course, because, you know, like for example, when Ronnie was in the cradle, I'm sure you've watched Hercules and everything. You know what it is? When you watch, like for example, myself, I've done the Incredible Hulk TV series. When I watch the episode, it brings back memories of the actors I've worked with, the incident that happened, the things I've done, you know, my previous decade before. But, you know, you say, man, I was 285, 90-pound grip. Now I look in the mirror, I'm 61 years old, I'm like 255. And you know, I just feel, you know, it's like the instant gratification. Great to see yourself. Most actors say they don't see themselves on TV. That's a crock of BS. They do.
Well, let me ask you this. You do a lot of time touring all over the U.S. and around the world, but most notably at the Comic-Cons that are out there. Of course, the Incredible Hulk. You know, still very popular, especially with the re-emergence of the movies of late that they put out. Now, those obviously, you know, much more advanced and diametrically different. But, you know, when you did it, it was all you. You know, you had the green makeup and all that stuff, and you know, in the wig. But the muscle was all you. I mean, there was no CGI back then. There was no padded suits. Do you find that the kids today, though, do they know any part of that, or do they just know like the CGI and the, you know, like the new Hulk that's out? Do they actually know you from the old series, or do they recognize that you were the Hulk?
Well, they do because the Hulk, their legacy now has been 40 years. You have generation after generation. A lot of parents bring their children over, they see me because they get excited because they used to see the CGI. Well, I have done the voice of the Hulk and the Avenger because it's still part of it. I still have that connection. You know, to be honest with you, most people prefer to see the series. But with technology today, you have to go the direction of CGI on the big screen. So most kids, they do know. Because especially the voice, and especially I've done the animated cartoon, and plus you have like you know, grandfathers, and every generation continued, but I still would be involved with the character because doing the voice also the next adventure film. And you know, young kids today, when they read comic books, they like to be connected with the CGI. But now the first Hulk that came out was not believable. The last Hulk in the adventure saved the day. It's the greatest, the strongest franchise, and kids relate to that, but of course, they do identify with me.
Ferrigno, everybody.